A ground attack aircraft has the primary role of carrying out airstrikes with greater precision than bombers, and is prepared to encounter strong, low-level air defenses while pressing the attack. This class of aircraft is designed mostly for close air support. During the 1930s, Germany had begun to create the class of Schlacht or ground attack aircraft. The first such aircraft was the Henschel Hs 123. The experiences during the Spanish Civil War in the late 1930s proved that such aircraft were a very effective weapon, even without bombs. This led to support within the Luftwaffe for the creation of an aircraft dedicated to this role, resulting in tenders for a new Schlacht aircraft. This led to the introduction of a unique single-seat twin-engine attack aircraft, the slow-moving but heavily armored and armed Henschel Hs 129 Panzerknacker or tank cracker. The standard armament of this aircraft included two 7.92mm machine guns and two 20mm cannons. In addition, the aircraft could also carry various outboard weapons as well. The Henschel 129 was a useful weapon on the Eastern Front, especially for combating the large number of Soviet medium tanks. But due to the fact that the aircraft was designed without a rear gunner and could be overtaken by any Soviet fighter plane at a top speed of around 400 km per hour, fighter protection was often required. In early 1944, it turned out that the armament of the Henschel 129 could not penetrate the armor of the new Soviet tanks such as the IS-2. So it was decided that the 7.5 cm semi-automatic Rheinmetall PaK 40 anti-tank gun would be modified for use in the Henschel 129. The PaK 40 entered service in 1942. With more than 23,000 examples produced, the PaK 40 formed the backbone of the German anti-tank guns during World War II, mostly in towed forms, but also on a number of self-propelled tank destroyers, such as the Marder series. The weapon was effective against almost every Allied and Soviet tank until the end of the war. A lighter version of the PaK 40, the Bordkanone or onboard cannon 7.5, was used in the Henschel. This new version was called Henschel Hs 129 B-3. In May of 1944, a Henschel 129 was fitted with a mock-up of the onboard cannon and underwent aerodynamic testing. Fully automatic, it featured a new hydraulic recoil dampening system and a new, more aerodynamic muzzle brake. An autoloader system with 12 rounds in a rotary magazine was fitted in the empty space behind the cockpit, within the rear half of the wing root area. The gun and its recoil mechanism occupied a substantial gun pod under the fuselage, and a circular port at the rear of the pod allowed rearward ejection of spent cartridges immediately after firing. It is important to note that in an emergency situation, the entire gun installation could be jettisoned. While this new variant was theoretically capable of destroying any tank in the world, the added weight worsened the aircraft's general performance, and it was inferior to the previous variants. From June of 1944 until the end of the war, only 25 examples of the Henschel Hs 129 B-3 arrived at the frontline units before the production line was shut down in September of 1944. A small number were reportedly also created by converting already existing B-2 aircraft. In the field, the B-3 proved effective, but its small numbers had relatively little effect on the war. It is interesting to note that the Bordkanone 7.5 was the most powerful forward-firing weapon fitted to a production military aircraft during World War II. The only other aircraft to be factory-equipped with similar guns were the maritime strike variants of the North American B-25 Mitchell H, which mounted an M4 cannon. However, this weapon was hand-loaded, had shorter barrels and a lower muzzle velocity than the Bordkanone 7.5, and therefore it had poorer armor penetration, accuracy, and rate of fire. The Bordkanone 7.5 was unsurpassed as an aircraft-fitted gun until 1971, when the four-engine Lockheed AC-130E Spectre, equipped with a 105mm M102 howitzer, entered service with the US Air Force. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and to make sure you don't miss my future work, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel and press the bell notification button. Thank you, and see you in the next video.